Hello, everybody. Welcome to Queering It with Mac and Pris. I am Mac, I'm a gender fluid person. I use they, them pronouns, and
I'm Pris. I'm a bisexual cis girl, and my pronouns are she, her.
I am also bisexual. I forgot to say that. This is episode 4, I think.
For yeah.
Okay. And honestly, today we did come up with a topic just talking before we started. But I was just kind of in the mood to make a podcast. And I'm not really going to be available throughout the week. So I was just kind of wanting to do that because we hadn't done one in a while. Again, a lot more scheduling conflicts because life is apparently just the most cruel mistress on earth. Um,
Definitely.
for Priz, not for me. This time Priz is getting the bad things, not me. Um, so yeah, you can go ahead and introduce the topic since it's your
um,
misfortune.
well, well, today I just wanted to talk about technology. I don't know if I'm going to be like super broad or super specific, but I've had a lot of technology problems lately, and it all started on Valentine's Day. So I have a Galaxy S6 that I got last summer because my phone got fucked up. Okay, sidebar. I'm so bad with keeping my phone from dying. I don't know I'm just a clumsy person.
Like your
Like,
battery, or like it physically just like is inoperable.
I break them or I
Okay.
lose them or something happens to the phone and I can't use it anymore. Like, man. Like, I could go through like almost every single phone that I've ever had, like cell phone that I've had in my whole life, starting from 8th grade. I can tell you exactly what happened. Like, the only time that I've gotten a new phone when my current phone wasn't broken was like never. Like, my longest lasting phone was probably my S3 and then the phone I got after that. But oh my god. Like, okay, so Valentine's Day, I had an S6, washing my
Okay.
hands in the sink, my phone fell into the sink.
Party.
Bummer, like major fucking
Yeah,
bummer. So we
definitely.
rushed to a repair place to get it fixed. And they're like, we'll call you back if we can fix it or not or whatever. And they call me later on my husband's phone. And they can't fix it. So I was out without a phone for 2 weeks. And then I got a new S6 because I only got the S6 again because I ordered 2 phone cases on eBay before my old one broke. And they hadn't arrived yet. And I was like, I'm not going to waste $7 waiting 2 months for these cases to arrive from China and not have a phone to put them on. So one of them came. It's a little purple water bottle. It says "Boys Tears," and I love it. The other one
Cute.
hasn't arrived yet.
I've always wanted
um,
a cute case. I have like a sorry sidebar.
no, it's okay.
I have. I am sucking Steve Jobs' dead old dick still. And I have an iPhone 6s. And it's rosy gold, and it's so like it's so cute because I just have a clear case on it, so it's just like that like layer of protectiveness without obstructing the beauty of it,
The
the reason I
beauty.
got it. And it's just like aesthetically it's so fucking perfect. Like I love it. I love it so much.
No. Oh
There
my
is
god.
like like the spec logo on the back, which I kind of don't like and I wish wasn't there, but I also have to like be like, look at me. I love capitalism. Um but I've
well,
always wanted like a super cute case, like a boy's
well,
cute.
you're super super lucky you have an iPhone because there's millions of cute cases for iPhones, and when you get to anything that's not an iPhone, it's almost impossible to find something nice.
I don't know, but then like realistically though, I don't think I would ever use one of those because like it's the one that you have, the boys tiers one. That's rather big, is it not?
Well, a little, just the top part, like the bottle cap of it, just sticks out top the pass of the phone, but it's not too bad if it's in my pockets, and I have girl pants pockets, and some of them are fake sometimes.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
it fits pretty decently.
Okay. That's good.
But my other case that I got, it's like a little pill bottle, and it just says chill pills on it.
Man, you are scoring these super cute cases.
Dude, they have them for iPhones too.
I
I
don't
well,
know. I just never look
they're
into
like
them, I guess.
you if you take 2 seconds to look on eBay, there's like hundreds, and like there's a bunch that I
I'm
want, but they
broke,
don't make
dude. I
them for my
can't.
phone, and I'm so sad. So sad. Like there's this really cute pineapple one I wanted for my phone, but it was iPhone only.
Ah, nice.
So anyways,
I
I
hate
got my new
pineapple.
phone.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Fuck
So
that. If you're listening to this podcast and you're like, wow, I hope they like pineapple on pizza, guess what? Fuck yourself. That's horrible. That's a horrible, horrible thing. Never put fruit on my fucking pizza. Oh, what
you
about
know
tomatoes?
that
Tomatoes
shit
are a
was
fruit.
invented in
Fuck you.
Canada. That shit was invented in
Pris,
Canada. So
you're
fuck
banned.
Canada.
Sorry, we can't make this podcast anymore.
Hey, I don't support this country, okay?
Yeah, I guess you're not from there, so it's not
No,
it's
I
not
hate
that
it here.
bad. Yeah, listen, I see your posts all the time.
Yeah, I'm always bitching about this country.
I mean, I don't know. I don't understand people who are like, this country is so much better than fucking America. I mean, like it's not. It's like I don't know. It's how liberals are better than conservatives, kind of. If that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh my god.
Anyway, let's fucking keep talking about
Let's go
phones.
back to technology. Yeah. Okay, so I got my new phone last Monday.
Okay.
Got it off of eBay. Just got like a refurbished one. I was like, whatever. My old S6 was gold, and it was super, super pretty. My new one's like the blue black one, but it's not as pretty, but it's still pretty. So today I decided, well, I really want to use Snapchat on my phone, but my phone is rooted. I rooted it so I could get like the Google emojis because the S6s come with the Samsung
Now,
ones, and they're like
what is
hideous.
that? What
Rooting?
what is rooting? What is
Oh,
unrooting?
rooting is essentially it's the same thing as jailbreaking your iPhone. It's just like to get your phone to do things that it can't do straight out of the box.
Okay.
I used to when I had an iPod Touch back in high school. I used to jailbreak that myself and like customize the little icons. And that was back when iOS you couldn't change the background. It was black. You could only
Yeah.
change your lock screen background and have the two
Yeah.
ugly bars.
Dude, oh god, classic.
God.
I can't remember.
That
I
was
can't believe the old days.
And oh my god, the iPhone came out when I was in high school, so no one had an iPhone when I was in high school. But my best friend did, and he had the first fucking iPhone, and he had that phone up until like he got it in 2007, and then
Okay.
he had it until I think 2012 or 2013. He kept that shit forever, and it was like super laggy and like barely working by the time he finally gave it up.
Jesus.
But like he'd be like we'd be like playing games on our phone and like, oh, have you played this game lately? And your phone's like, I can't, it's too laggy, or I can't install it on my iPhone. But yeah, so that's what rooting is. It's just the same thing as jailbreaking. It's just the Android one is called rooting. But
Okay.
so
I'm with you.
the S6 comes with the Samsung emojis, which are like hideous, and I wanted the Google emojis because this might be an unpopular opinion, but Google emojis are the cutest out of all the emojis. Like they're way cuter than the Apple ones, and they're way cuter than all the other ones. Just saying. I'm not trying to start a war here, but
Listen,
Google
I don't
number
care.
one.
I don't know. Like I appreciate the emojis, but like the Apple emojis. I say emojis because like technically Apple coined the term, but like it's obviously applicable to everything. Um, I don't know. I like Apple emojis. I don't really fuck with emojis that much. Like outside of even like in iMessage, like I'm just not really an emoji person.
Nah, man, I love emojis. I'm like 12. My favorite thing used to be to use emojis like an old person and not like just use random
My
ones that don't make sense in
God.
context.
Perfect.
But so yeah, I liked my old S6 was rooted so I could have the
Mhm.
Google ones. It basically just switches them so I don't have to see the ugly Samsung ones on my phone. Like in the end, it doesn't make a difference because the way that the other person sees them is whatever they have on their phone. But I really just wanted the Google ones because they're cuter. So when I got my phone, I just rooted it immediately, and then like I got on my apps, but I couldn't log into Snapchat.
Okay.
And because Snapchat had an update back in December, which prevents people with rooted phones from logging in, because I guess they don't want people to take screenshots of things without the other person knowing. I don't know. Fuck Snapchat. And so I found some ways to kind of bypass it, but it needed me to unroot my phone or do some other things that I thought was risky for me to do my own. So I gave it to Will to do it, and I was like, I trust you, just do it. And then this morning he did it, and my phone got stuck in a boot loop where it just kept booting over and over again because I guess the phone detected that the Samsung software detected that my phone was rooted, which I don't
They
fucking
don't
care. Just
like.
let me do whatever the fuck I want. So he tried to find ways to fix it, and we called the place that we took my old phone to, and they said that their guy won't be in until tomorrow. So we'll find a way to fix it. It's just that the firmware we need to download takes hours to download, like 10 hours. So they're downloading as we speak right now, and
Okay.
hopefully by the time he's home later, that we'll get it fixed. But fuck cell phones. I wish I lived in a world I didn't have a cell phone. When I was little, like I had attention span, I could read, I went on Neopets, and now my life is ruined by cell phones.
I'm gonna apologize really quick because I was trying to turn my volume down, but I just kind of like tapped mute twice. So if it sounded like basically the podcast was skipping, that was me. Please do not be like, "What the fuck is happening?" Um, I'm trying to do this thing like it's called Opinion Outpost. I'm not really sure what you like get,
Oh, I
but
used to do that website. You get like gift cards and stuff for
okay. I'm clicking on the
yeah.
reward. I'm logged in, bitch. Anyway,
I
um,
used to do that, and then I got like $40 from that website. I had a lot of surveys.
I mean, I have no like, I have nothing right now. Like, I don't have a job, so I don't really have any money. So if I can like, what can I do? I can do Amazon. Ooh, Amazon. PayPal's more.
Yeah, I used to get the
I'll
payments
do
in
PayPal.
PayPal.
Um, to relate to phones again, I'm kind of like in the same boat as you. Like, I just kind of used to always break my phones when I was younger. Um, I, I don't know really what changed. It's just like, um, I got my first phone when I was like, how old was I? I think yeah, I was in, it was when I was going into sixth grade. So I was 10
Wow,
turning
baby.
11, um, in the first month of school year because I'm a fucking Virgo and, it's great having a birthday during the first month of school because nobody cares about it. Um, and so I had, what was it called? It was like one of those. It was a Samsung, I'm pretty sure, and it was like one of the slide up ones that had like the
I
keypad
had one of
still.
those.
Um,
I had a few Samsungs with the slide up keyboard on it. I loved those
I didn't have
phones.
the slide up keyboard. I just had the keypad.
Or well, but yeah, well, like the top slides up and like it reveals the keypad or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I had a red one like that. I
Yeah,
loved
I had a
it.
red one too. What the fuck?
Wait,
Pris,
okay, did it
Pris.
have like 5 rows of keys and like kind of had like QWERTY on it, but then it also had the numbers on it too? Because that's one I had.
No.
Oh, okay then. Well, mine was red and black, and I would slide it up all the time, and then I broke it because I would slide it up too much. I had
I
that phone for probably a year.
what
I've
is,
had a lot of Samsung phones in my life. They used to make some good like keyboard phones. Why can't we go back to keyboard phones?
because
Why is everything got to
fucking
be touchscreen?
listen, iPhones have changed everything, and I really do
Fuck
hate it.
Steve
Honestly,
Jobs.
yeah. I mean, you can't because he's dead and that's illegal. But um, ha ha ha, good jokes. Um, what the fuck? I'm just seeing this post and it's like Godzilla moving his arms and it says Godzilla loves to clap. Maybe he does. Maybe that's just why he destroys everything. Um. Anyway, fucking the phone. I had the phone because, and listen, not to be a fucking old ass motherfucker, but like I hate young people getting on these phones when they don't need them. We talked about
Same.
this. I think we talked about this on the very first podcast, but just like people that are young getting phones, like getting these things that have such access to everything, I don't
Dude, I
like
have a
it.
story about this. The other around Saturday night, I went to a escape room place with my husband and his
Yeah, yeah,
sister,
yeah. You told me about that.
and we afterwards we did like VR because they had like VR technology, so we did that, and like we were in a public room for one of the games we were playing, and there was like an actual like an 8-year-old kid in there, and he was like being so rude to us. I'm
What the
just wondering like
fuck?
who lets their 8-year-old kid be alone on the internet with VR? Like It was
It's
like this climbing
terrifying, dude.
game, and like there was this 8-year-old kid, and there was this like older guy. I don't know how old he was, but he was like being
Okay.
friendly with us, and like kind of we were just trying to like be polite to the kid, but like he was being antagonistic as hell, and he'd be like, "Oh, I'm better at this game. Like I'm so good at it," and we're like, "We've never fucking played. This is our first time doing VR. Like, shut the fuck up. You're
Oh my
8."
god.
Like this
That's
kid,
so
and then like he started cursing at one point, and we're just like,
Jesus. See,
what?
that's I can't.
Like I'm just thinking like, where are his parents? Come home, get him off the internet. Like,
Honestly, dude, fucking, you know, like being a person who grew up on the internet, like it's such a disgusting like literally like people use this word so much, so I don't really like to use it, but like it's so toxic. Like everything on this web on the internet is too accessible and it's too easy to just fucking like.
yeah,
Also, this podcast is NSFW. Just that's a very late preface, but as always, this podcast is NSFW. Always gonna be NSFW. I curse like a sailor. Pris curses sometimes. Um, I don't know. And we're gonna be talking about NSFW topics. Anyway, back to the rant. I don't I don't like kids. Kids are fucking annoying. I don't like. They're just
yeah,
like they get so basically like they get arrogant, and a lot of people say like there's that like overdiagnosis of ADHD. I don't think it's really ADHD. I think like kids just like learn to expect more in forms of entertainment at younger and younger ages. Like they expect
yeah.
to constantly be satisfied and constantly be like engaged in something.
That's
Um,
how I am now.
like it's just like yeah, and like honestly, it's tiring. Like I miss reading, but I just can't do it because like with the anxiety
Yeah,
and the
I
paranoia
totally
and the
agree.
ADHD, it's just like I can't just like sit down and like just get into it like I used to. Like oh man, I used to read Harry Potter in class, and I would get my books taken up, and fucking people like the teachers would get mad at me. I'd be like, dude, I'm just fucking chilling. Um, like now I don't really read. I don't really read anymore. I miss it. I miss it. I really do.
I do too. Like I used to, like I taught myself how to read when I was like 4 because I
Wow.
was jealous that my brother could read, like because he was already in school and like he was like in 3rd grade or whatever. But I wanted to learn how to read. And I told my mom like, can I learn? Why can't I read and he can't? And she's like, well, because he learned it at school. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna learn it now. So like they got me like these books to like you're supposed to teach kids to read, and I just fucking taught myself how to read because
Damn,
I fucking
baller.
loved reading. I would read all day. I would read books in one day. I would read at night before bed. I would read while pooping. I would read while eating. I
Nice.
would read in the car. I would read everywhere. And like if we got assigned books, like up until high school, like if we got assigned books to read, I would read them in one day. It's like I was so addicted to reading. And then like after high school, got on Tumblr, and my life just got ruined by the internet and by
Bummer.
having a smartphone and
Yeah,
stuff.
definitely.
So like I mean, I missed it, but I still do read on the internet. Like that, if I'm on my phone, I'm generally just reading something like on Reddit or
Yeah,
Tumblr.
yeah.
It's just I miss being able to read, like sit down and read a book and not and just be engaged by that by itself.
Right, right.
But like, yeah, definitely. Like I've seen the effects of a child who got their iPad taken away. Because my nephew, he's gonna be 5 in a few months. But last year, there was a point where my brother and his wife kind of like they slacked with his iPad time usage, so
Okay.
they just let him have it when he would eat. So he wouldn't eat unless he had the iPad right in front of him, and even then he wouldn't feed himself. Someone else would have to feed him, and he was already 4, and he was able to feed himself. He
Right.
just focused on the iPad, and he was a fucking zombie. So they started like cutting down his iPad time and only like limiting him like for good behavior for like 30 minutes a day or whatever. And then eventually now he gets no iPad time now, and he's almost 5, which is good. But like he became a demon, and he would scream and he would cry just for the iPad. I'd be like
Honestly.
terrified. I'm like, oh my god, this child's gonna beat me up.
Yeah.
Like
It's fucking scary.
He'd come up to me like, "Dear Priscilla, can I have the iPad?" It's like I just want to look at it. Or like if you would have your phone out, he would like get up close to you and try to take your like kind of like manipulate you into giving him your phone so he
Yeah.
could use it and watch YouTube. Like ah, like I just personally like I'm not a parent yet, but I want to be in the future. I feel
Mhm.
like I'm afraid of making missteps like that. Like I'm afraid like I'm just gonna be like too lazy to like take care of my own kid and just stick him in front of the computer.
Yeah.
I'm scared, man.
Like
Kids are scary.
I want to be real. It's fucking easy. Like I didn't do this all the time when I was babysitting, but like sometimes I would just like, if the kid wanted to watch something, I would watch it with them, and I wouldn't just let them watch it the entire fucking time I was taking care of them. But like
Oh,
it's
I did
easy.
that with my niece and Paw Patrol. So, I
Dude,
mean,
I watched like
I would tell her like one or two, and like if we were done, I'm like, okay, this is the last one, and she'd be kind of sad. Well, she's almost two now, but then like after she just get distracted by like toys or whatever.
it's
But
funny.
I would just take a nap while she'd watch Paw Patrol.
Nice. I have seen every episode of Shaun the Sheep at least like 5 times
Oh my
because I took care of
god.
this kid for like a week and all he wanted to watch was Shaun the Sheep. I was like, you've seen this episode so many times. How is it not boring? It's a fucking sheep. Anyway, it's a pretty good show.
That's
Um,
how my nephew was. If he'd want to watch a movie, he'd
yeah,
ask me like, "Oh, have you seen this movie?" And I'd be, and if I wanted to guide him to something that I haven't seen yet or I wanted to watch, I'd be like, "Oh no, I haven't seen that." He's like, "Oh, I already saw it. Let's watch this one." And it was one he literally just watched the day before. He would just watch it over and over. He's seen Cars 2 like a million times because Cars is his favorite movie, obviously.
Cars. What? Cars 2 is the one where like he
A
goes to
spy
Europe, right?
movie. Yeah, and like he goes around the world
And then Mater goes,
racing.
yeah, Mater like has his fucking ass cleaned in Japan, and he's like, "What the fuck is this?" Believe it or not, he did not verbatim say "What the fuck is this," but there's something along those lines. Um, fucking phones. Back to phones.
Yes.
Um, let's see. So I got my first fucking first phone when I was in 6th grade, and then I think one of my first days at school, I like had it in my pocket when I was changing at karate, and I took off my pants and I was getting putting my new ones on, and then I stepped on it and just fucking just destroyed the screen. Um, and then I got it repaired that summer. I think I paid for that. Um, and man, like not having a phone for like however many months was excruciating. I was like, what the fuck? And like eventually, you get used to it, but it was just
Yeah.
like it. And even now, like right now, I'm picking up my phone and looking at Tumblr when I was just on Tumblr on my computer because like my brain is just like phone, like pick it up. You want to do something. Um, and then so that broke, fixed it, got it back, got it stolen in 7th grade because it fell out
Oh
of my pocket,
no.
and then from that point on, I'm pretty sure my dad just gave me used Blackberries because he works in IT at a law firm. Um, and so
They
like
just got boxes full of blackberries.
binders full of women. Um, they would I don't like they were all used by like attorneys, and so like he was just like, fuck it, I don't care, just have them. And then
You're a lawyer
either
now.
the trackpad would fall, like the not the trackpad, the rolling ball would fall out, or the casing would fuck up, um, or the keys would stick. Like there were a lot of issues that I had with them, but again, they were free, B, they didn't want them, so it was a very easy fix. And I honestly I got made fun of a lot because like people were like, "You have a BlackBerry? Why don't you have an iPhone?" And like I wasn't. I was. My family was pretty rich, and so like I didn't really have an excuse. Like my family, I guess, my parents just didn't want to buy me an iPhone because like they didn't want to spend money like that. Honestly, I have no idea what our financial situation is. Like I was well cared for like my whole life. Always had clothes, always had food. Very grateful. But to this day, they will not discuss finances with me. I don't know how much my mom makes. I don't know how much my dad makes. It's a very strange situation to
That
be
does
in.
sound strange because I even know how much my mother-in-law makes and how much debt she's in.
Like,
That's just because my husband told me, not because she told me.
really, like, all that I know professionally, like, my mom's rates, and my dad has told me that he has an idea of what his salary is. Which, oh my god, that drives me nuts. Like, if I didn't know exactly how much money I was making, that I would like flip my own shit. I would just explode. Um, but he's 60 years old and he's an Aries. Um,
What does that mean?
I don't know. Like, to me, that means that he is himself. My father's name is Grant. I call him Grant a lot. I rarely refer to him as I call him Daddy. That's my name for him. And then my mom is Mama, aka Lynn. And I just call them by their first names. I just started doing that closer to when I was about to move out, and you
That's
know,
such a white thing.
I would agree. Yeah, my sister's best friend's father, his name is James, for reference. That man calls his parents by their first names, and I think
Oh my
always
god.
has, like since he was young, which to me is very strange. But again, I still call them by their first names now, so like I don't really have the authority to say it's strange. I don't know. It's just like it's easier. It's easier to say Grant because that is a like one specific person as opposed to saying like father, daddy, dad, whatever, when that could be construed like as your dad, my dad, somebody else's dad. Like it's just like too much confusion. Grant, that's mine. That's the dude that made me. That's where we are in the in the conversation. Um,
One time I called my mom by her first name. Well, I do, but like more as a joke, not 'cause that I'm actually referring to her as her name. And my
okay.
brother overheard and he got mad at me. He's like, call her
Why?
mom. And I'm like, oh my god, it's a joke. And it was just so funny.
My
But
friend, who is one of my friends from high school, my best friend in high school, he has five siblings and he is the youngest, which is insane to me.
oh,
Um,
I have 7 siblings and I'm the youngest.
Pris,
Did
what?
you not know?
I did not
I'm the
know
youngest of
this.
7.
Holy
Yeah, I have
shit,
3 older brothers and 3 older sisters.
that's wild.
I'm lucky number 4.
That's the same with them. It's like they have equal numbers. I guess technically your family is not equal, but they have
Well,
three boys
yeah.
and three girls. Anyway, I don't know if this is like a cultural thing, because he's Salvadoran, so I have no idea. But um, whenever they like refer to one of their parents, they don't say like him and his siblings. I think it's four of them say this, and then Elias and his sister, who is like the second youngest, they don't say this. But when they refer to one of their parents, they say my mom or my dad instead of saying mom or dad.
Like when they're in the company of their siblings or just in
Yeah.
general? Oh.
And I'm like,
I've
just
heard that
say
before, but not in
mom.
my family.
It's a very strange thing to me.
Yeah, I've
Like
heard that before, and I always wondered, like, what was up with that? Because
like
I'm
they're
like,
just
you
like,
guys have the same.
yeah, my mom wants you to go do this. My mom wants you to go do that. I'm like, the same mom. What? Like I'm so confused. Um, but anyway, the BlackBerry like period was just like an era in my life where I just had a BlackBerry.
I had
Um,
a phone similar to a BlackBerry once in high school. It
mhm.
was like it looks like a BlackBerry, but it was like some T-Mobile brand phone, and I loved that phone. It could go on the internet. Most phones could not at that time, but mine could. Like
Nice.
I'm totally dating myself. I mean, I'm not super old, but I'm like older than you, and like in
Yeah.
2008, that was like a huge deal because iPhones really couldn't do Wi-Fi at that time yet. I
Right,
think
right,
they couldn't even send picture messages.
right.
And mine could. I could send emails. And
That's crazy to me. Like I
this
can't
is wild.
like
Like I'm so old.
I know. Same. Like I'm not as old as you, but I still feel old. Um fucking what did I feel like I had Yeah, I'm pretty sure I had like a Sidekick-esque phone,
I
like
had a
the slide
sidekick.
up, full keyboard.
Oh my god, that was
Yeah,
one
I
of my
did.
favorite
I remember
phones.
having that. I'm pretty sure that was after the Blackberries. I'm pretty
I
somewhere
had the
in there.
Sidekick 3. I remember.
Nice.
I was the fastest texter alive when I had that phone because it had a whole
Mode.
fucking keyboard, and I would go
Yeah.
on AIM on my phone. I mean, I didn't have a
Yeah.
data plan because no one had data plans back then because they were like $1 million. Like honestly, it was like so scary if you accidentally turned on your data. You'd be like, "Oh shit, I have to turn it on before I get charged $50 for this 1 second of data." Like it
That's
was so
unreal.
scary,
Yeah.
and like I when I was on Wi-Fi, I would be on fucking AIM, and I'd like text message my friend like, "Hey, I'm on AIM. I'm on got
Hmm.
Sidekick," and like I'd go on the shitty ass browser on there and go like I'm fucking MySpace or whatever. Or there was like a
Right.
MySpace app. I don't know. There wasn't really a concept of phone apps back then either,
Right, right,
so
right.
it's just kind
They
of
were
like
just like
whatever the fuck.
programs or like
Yeah, they were just
links,
on the
kind
phone
of. Yeah,
or whatever. It was just like, "Hey, I'm on AIM." And then I also had AIM linked up, so if I got a message on AIM, I would get a text message too.
Oh,
Like if I was
nice.
online on the computer.
Yeah.
So I would also be on AIM from text messaging. I was fucking queen of AIM. Did
Uh,
you ever have an AIM, or was that like kind of after your
no,
time? Or
I
did you have MSN? Because I know AIM was
no.
mostly popular in California, and like nobody had MSN where I lived.
I didn't have either of those. The first like email service that I started using
Oh, well, I
was
wasn't talking about email. I was talking about instant messaging.
I mean, yeah, but like I didn't do instant messaging until oh God, I guess the first instant messaging that I was familiar with was fucking Gaia Online. Um Like, did I give? I'm thinking about like if I had a Facebook before I had a Gaia, maybe. I'm not sure. They were pretty close though. Um, and I just like and that was like the first, and that wasn't even really instant messaging. That was just like messaging. So I guess
Yeah.
it must have been Facebook. That was my first instant messaging experience. The first email that I got was like I got a Yahoo account when it was still SBC Global, and so my
Oh my
very
god, I have one
first
of those
email,
too.
yeah, it's at sbcglobal.net. I'm not gonna give it out. You like and like the big thing my mom was like, okay, we're gonna make it like completely random so that nobody knows it's you. And so like, I just had this random ass email address. Like this year was no, sorry, last year I finally made like a proper professioner. Yeah, there we go. Professional email address, and that's the one that I'm using, obviously, for my contact information right now. Hit me up, fucking mmacwells@gmail.com if you want to guest star on this podcast. Um, and like I think I don't know if Yahoo had like instant messaging with the time that um I got the account. But I
I
know that
think
they
they did, but
definitely
nobody ever used it.
because it was weird. I
Yeah.
think
Like
I don't know.
I made my AIM account. I remember it was the summer before my 6th grade.
Hmm.
And it was summer. I love summer. I was crazy about summer, so my username was Summer Crazy.
Wow,
But it was Summer
perfect.
and then Krazei. Summer Crazy.
God.
I know. So painfully 12 years old and so painfully Californian. And then when I was 16, I could use F16 California.
Dude,
And like
nice.
I'd be like bait for people. But I'm serious, like older guys did talk to me and I never realized the gravity of the situation till like now.
Yeah, I
Like
got
it's
you.
just like so fucking insane. It's like
Fucking
Priscilla, stop it. Like God.
on that topic, like I remember on Gaia, I don't I feel like this is weird. Like it might not have been weird, but like I was friends with this person on Gaia who would like send me items to wear on Gaia. Like if you're not familiar with Gaia Online, I don't really
Yeah,
think
I've
anybody's
dabbled in
unfamiliar
it.
with Gaia. But it's like you can equip items. It's like RPG elements, but it's like obviously an online game. Um, don't go make one. Anyway, they would like send me items to like put on and like dress in a certain way, but it was never sexual. It was just like, I want you to wear this. And then I got to keep the items after like the outfit was over, and I would either like sell them or just like keep them. And I have like obviously multiple items that are just worth billions of like Gaia gold or whatever. Um, like thinking back, I'm like, huh? I was like, wait, is this weird? Is this creepy? Like I don't know what's happening here. But I mean that person and I have not spoken in years. Like oh my god, probably almost a decade. But excuse me. Um, let's see. So I have this sidekick, and then this after this. Oh wait, sorry. Somewhere in there, somewhere between the Samsung and all the Blackberries and the sidekick, um, I had some shitty fucking flip phone from Singular. Like, and I was using it long after Singular was not a company
God,
anymore, and had been acquired
Singular.
by. I think
Anybody remember
yeah,
fucking Singular?
they got acquired by AT&T, right? I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. Yeah,
But
yeah.
does anybody remember them?
Fucking hit that like if you remember Singular,
Leave
the
us a
cell
five
phone
star review
corporation.
on iTunes
Uh,
if
s-
you remember Singular.
Send us $500 if you remember Singular. Thanks, guys. Um,
Queerinit.tumblr.com.
um, but somewhere in there, I had like a flip phone
Yeah.
Singular. What happened?
Okay, well. Yikes, I think we have to cut this short now
Okay, that's
because I
fine.
have to go. Um, if you were listening right now, we are on iTunes, Queering
Yes,
It. Just search us up, give us a 5 star review if you like.
definitely.
But any reviews would be helpful so more people can find us. And we're also on Tumblr at queerinit.tumblr.com.
And YouTube, you just search "queering it," and I'm gonna be obviously
Oh, yeah,
posting this
that
video
too.
there. Sorry for this kind of being so informal, but you know we're both pretty busy.
Yeah, and we don't really know what we're doing. It's just happening. We're just talking. It's a
um,
conversation.
as always, if you want to be a guest on here, if you've got something to talk about that you love and you are a fucking homo, get your ass on here. Talk to one of us. Talk to me or Pris. You can find Pris at Hermosita with a one instead of an I at tumblr.com and me at sniffling.tumblr.com.
Yeah, or
Um,
you can find us on queerinit.tumblr.com. Send
that
us a
too.
message, send us an ask, like just get in contact. Be on
Most
our
definitely.
show. We would love to have you.
All right. And as always, thanks for listening, guys. See you
Bye
later.
bye.
Bye. Oh, I gotta fucking do the thing.